all of this is framed, all of this is contextualized by the messed up world that we're living in right now. What's normally called the metacrisis or the meaning crisis. My theory or my proposal is that because we don't have our relational dynamics right at some level, somewhere we're not in a right ecological dynamic, that unnecessary problems arise. That's not to say that there aren't necessary problems. There always will be. This is not a utopianist vision. Like, I purely and reluctantly, but do seriously take that there are challenges. There's suffering, there's betrayal, there's all kinds of sources of suffering. But I'm mostly concerned about the suffering that we create that's unnecessary. And why do we create it? And I think it has something to do with this idea that we're not really living in an ecologically right relation. So that's the context of this. Like, somehow we need to get ourselves out of this mess. And my proposal is that the problem is somewhere deep within the way we think. So instead of just being about climate change, being about carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it's actually about something in our minds. You know, we need to create a new climate in our minds before we can understand the climate that we're breathing. Because climate change isn't a problem of carbon dioxide. It's a problem of human beings emitting it at this incredibly exponentially unsustainable and injurious rate. And why do we do that? We do that because something in the way we think is not mapping onto the reality of our situation. And it's putting us at risk. And that same dynamic that I just said for climate change applies to, name your social justice issue, name your political issue. All of them, I think, in some way boil down to a fundamental issue that's come to be lodged in the minds of human beings. And by the way, we can actually put our finger on that moment, or that the moments in which that has happened, and when it has become more and more entrenched.